Now we will see the musical sound and noise. What is the basically difference between musical sound? Musical sound and noise. Actually, for consideration of these two parts, actually it is a subjective part. Subjective part means it differs from person to person. It differs from person to person. So I said that it is a slightly subjective part. Now, see, what is musical sound? Now, a sound is a periodic vibrations. If the vibrations are periodic, then regular, smooth, then we can say that it is a part of musical sound. Actually, sound means what? Sound wave, a single note. Or we can say that musical sound means it is a combination of what, or music means what? Combination of that is a sine wave and cosine wave according to the Fourier series. See, that this is the musical sound. That means it is having a regular, or we can say that is a smooth, uniform. We can say that, and these are the characteristics of musical sound, and which gives the pleasant sensation. Pleasant sensation. We feel, oh, it's a nice one. Pleasant sensation to our ear, and this is the characteristics of musical sound. And what about the noise? Just opposite part. What is noise? Actually, we know noise means what? So irregular vibrations means noise. Unpleasant unpleasant sound, that is also noise. That means this is the definition. Now this is the musical sound and noise. Here regular vibrations, or the sound is irregular, that is in musical sound. Sound is irregular. Here smooth is irrelevant sound. That means this is the basic difference between musical sound and noise. Actually, I said it is a subjective. Why? Because sometimes what happen actually, in our generation, we will listen to the singers, and we feel very nice. We feel that it's a completely, sir, it's a music. But our grandpa, that is older peoples in our home, they don't want to listen that sound. They feel that it is a noise. Though it is a music, though it is a periodic, but then also it what you call it, that people feel that it is a noise completely. Suppose they used to listen classical music, and our generation feel like that, no, it's some kind of noise. See, actually what is a musical sound, or we can say that melody, and that is a noise, it differ from person to person. So I say that it is a subjective one. So it depends upon the choice of viewer, choice of listener. It depends, that is what kind of sound it is. It depends upon the choice of listener, whether it will be sound music or it is noise, and it depends upon the choice of listener. See, some of the examples we will study. Suppose in noise we consider that shouting, irregular the hammering on suppose any plate. We can say that shouting, thunderstorms are the examples of noise, or we can say that these are the irregular one. And for music we can say that it is a very much a smooth sound. See, music combination, musical sound is a combination of sine wave and cosine wave. Sine wave and cosine wave. Basically, single sound wave is called as a note, and playing such type of note with the help of musical instruments gives music. So basically, what is actually a musical sound which gives the pleasant sensation to our ear? That concept is called as a musical sound. And what is actually a noise? And noise is a which gives unpleasant sensation. To measure this, we are able to measure this intensity of sound, that is in terms of a decibel. Now decibel, see, up to suppose intensity, that means it is come to that is a objective part, or we can say that we can't change it. That is it is a measurement thing. That's why, see, noise below 120 decibel. Below 120 decibel is set to music, and after that 120 decibel it treated to be a noise one. That means this is the simple in physics we can say that basic term from which decibel started. We can say that is a pin drop silence. Pin drop actually. Pin drop silence. Our teacher often said us that please I need pin drop silence. That means sound of pin fall and surface of, and that is a 0 decibel. That treated to be 0 decibel. And after that, for we can say that for 1 decibel there is a certain relation. We will come to this relation in characteristics of sound. So see that. What is actually basically objective part, that is a decibel. In terms of decibel, that is a noise is after 120 decibel. Decibel, it is a unit of measurement of intensity of sound, and after 120 decibel it treated to be a noise, and before it treated to be a musical sound. Keep in mind that which gives a pleasant sensation, that is a music. Which gives unpleasant sensation to our ear, that is a noise. And these two keep in mind, and then afterwards we will study the characteristics. Now this musical sound has some characteristics. What kind of characteristics? Very familiar characteristics of musical sound. Characteristics of sound. Characteristics of sound. See, first I will give you, that is a loudness. Now, what is a loudness actually? Loudness, we know the meaning of loudness. The music whose amplitude is larger, treated to be loud. That sound. That means we can easily distinguish two sound notes which are produced from that same source. Suppose we are having tabla. Suppose tabla is the same source. It produces sound of around same frequency, but the amplitude decides the loudness. Now here also loudness or characteristics of sound also, these are the subjective terms. Sometimes we feel sound is not loud, but other people feel that is loud. But see guys, here objective terms is that is the intensity. We have that relation, energy of vibration of particle can be given by E, which is equal to, or E is directly proportional to C, A square and square. See, E is directly proportional to A square that is into N square. What is A? Amplitude. What is N? Frequency. Now, treated to be constant. Now, intensity of sound is directly proportional to square of amplitude. That means amplitude is large. Larger, loudness. Sound is a louder sound. If amplitude is smaller, amplitude taken to be smaller, the loudness is louder sound, that means less loud. Loudness is less. That means it depends upon the square of amplitude. So this is the concept of loudness. That means we can just keep in mind that the energy of a particle vibrating, the medium is directly proportional to square of amplitude. Hence, as amplitude increases, loudness also increases. Now, some of the factors also depends upon this loudness. Now, before consider, just I explained that loudness, that is it is measured in terms of decibel. This is that is called as a objective part. That is we can't change because it is we have to measure this. That's why it is said to be objective one. Now what I said, for 0 degree 0 decibel. Suppose this is measured in a decibel. dB. Now this is a decibel. We can treat as a dB. Now for 0 decibel. 0 decibel. That is we can say that in physics we can treat as a pin drop sound. Now 1 decibel. What is actually a 1 decibel? Now, to increase this sound from 0 decibel to 1 decibel, there is a increase in intensity, and which is around 26% increase in intensity. Increase in intensity of sound. Intensity. That means this statistical data we need to consider that from 0 decibel to 1 decibel, that means there is a increase in intensity. It is about 26%. That is the experimental data. So we keep in mind that decibel. Now these are the some parts. That means for every rise of 1 decibel, the intensity increase by 26%, and this is keep in mind. So this intensity is objective term, and for this 0 decibel, we have the data that is it is around 10 to the power minus 12. Minus 12. That means see what is actually 0 decibel. I will give that is a 0 decibel means what? This is nothing but 10 to the power of minus 2. 10 to the power of minus 2 watt per meter. That means this much of value having this is the 0 decibel. So this value we need to consider. So now we will see some of the factors affecting on the loudness. How we have the common one example. The example of what in our social functions or in our familiar functions we may use amplifiers. That amplifier having a unit and a mic, just like this color mic. What it did actually, intensity of sound, that is sound which is produced from our mouth is limited. What actually this mic or this is the color mic, and in social function also people used to speak in that in front of that mic one. That mic amplifies. What actually it amplifies? It increases its amplitude. Increase in amplitude, and as we know that loudness is directly proportional to square of amplitude. So this loudness is very much important, and which is a very common example. Now loudness depends upon the number of factors. See, loudness increases with increase in amplitude. Now another, loudness decreases with what? Loudness decreases with as increase in distance. Loudness decreases. That is, this loudness is inversely proportional to square of distance. Here we have the first relation. We can say that this loudness is directly proportional to a square. Intensity of sound we can treat as E. Directly proportional. Here we can take this E is inversely proportional to, that is a D square. That is what is the D? Distance from the source, we can say that. As suppose any sound is playing and we are moving away from that sound, as we know that its loudness of sound goes on and decreases. So it is also one of the factor which is affecting on the loudness of sound. Now then that is the density of medium. Loudness depends upon the density of medium. Then again wind direction also loudness depend. Now see one another part. Suppose loudness depends upon the surface area. In our book is not given, but consider that surface area. What is actually surface area? Suppose suppose consider say a small drum. Suppose I play one. Suppose I hammer like this. It will play sound. Suppose instead of this small drum, I will take a larger drum, and suppose I play one sound. That sound, as surface area increases, the loudness also increases. So keep in mind that it depends upon the surface. Now see, this is the density of medium, velocity and direction. Then again loudness depends upon the sensitivity of ear. Our sensitivity, if ear is more sensitive, loudness is easily feel. So these loudness also taken in the mind. So these are the factors. It depends upon the amplitude. It depends upon the distance. Loudness depends upon the distance. Increases with the amplitude, decreases with the distance. Then surface area, same. Increasing in surface area, we will increase in loudness. Just take one example. Suppose small surface, you just hammer, same hammering. You just take another surface which is a very large one. You come to the difference. That is a larger surface area will give loud sound. And these are the some factors for the loudness. Loudness is measured in terms of decibel. And now this is also the loudness. See, loudness is a subjective part. It depends upon the person to person. But see, intensity is a objective part. It is a measurable part. It can't. It is not going to be changed. See, therefore this is the characteristics of loudness. Now take another. Second one. Second very much important one. That is called as a pitch. Another characteristic is called as a pitch. Pitch. Now characteristics of sound means we can able to distinguish two sounds of same source. Now pitch is nothing but it is a characteristics of sound related to the frequency. Frequency, see, same loudness. We can consider same loudness, but frequencies are differ. Suppose I played one note on a violin. Then I played suppose another one. I played another one, that is suppose using violin, and suppose I played another same note that is with the help of same loudness on a tabla. These two distinguish. These two are going to be distinguished with the help of that is a characteristics frequency. So see, this is the characteristics frequency which distinguish two sounds. To distinguish two sounds. Say the two sounds means what? So now see, higher frequency, and lower frequency. Higher frequency, higher pitch, lower pitch. That means this is the characteristics frequency. Pitch means characteristics frequency. Now higher sound and lower sound, amplitude is the same. But then also, now see, so common example. Common example of this is suppose we can say that our human speak in the audible range, that is a 20 Hz to 20 kilohertz. Now in human we can distinguish two sounds. If we close our eyes and someone speaks, we can able to distinguish whose sound it is, whether it is a male sound or female sound. Why? Because of pitch. Characteristics frequency. Now basic behind this, that is a female voice. This is the general one. This is the female voice having the higher frequency, and male voice having the lower frequency, lower pitch. Therefore, we can easily able to distinguish these sounds. This is the male sound and female sound. That is therefore higher frequency sound of this higher frequency becomes slim. Higher frequency becomes slim. Example, we can say that female voice, or children voice, or children voice. These are the shrill one. Now these are the lower pitch. Lower pitch means male voice, or roaring of line. These are the examples of the lower pitch. That means, see, for our convenience, we must consider that male voice is having lower frequency, while the female voice having the higher frequency, higher pitch. This is the characteristics. That means pitch is another characteristics of sound which is used to distinguish sound of that is the same sound, but it is having characteristics frequency, and from this we can easily going to compare which sound it is. Compare. Now another part. After that pitch, third characteristics of sound is nothing but the quality. Third characteristics, quality or timbre. These are the characteristics of sound. Characteristics of sound means quality. Now, considering the quality, suppose that is it is used to distinguish two sounds of same pitch and loudness. Two rest of the quantities are the same. Pitch and loudness emitted by the musical instrument. Now, musical instruments, see in music, orchestra, music, they are used to play the what you call as they are used to play the same note of frequency. Before starting orchestra, musical, Sangeet Rajni, like this program, before starting that program, that a singer, that musicians used to play the sound before starting that play. Used to play because they are playing the same note, same note. That means characteristics frequency. What is what kind of characteristics frequency? That is means the same characteristics frequency. That is suppose sa, re. That is the same frequency. That is suppose we can say that sa frequency 500 and 12 hertz. Now same frequency with the help of different musical instruments, and they used to play the same thing. So see, consider for this that these two are the different musical instrument used to play the same note. They take in that note, the beats are going to be formed if they are slightly different frequency, and after that they are used to play the rest of the music. So the quality and timbre is the same. That is, it defines the frequency and series of such frequency. In next standard, we are going to study the harmonics and overtones. What is actually harmonics? The fundamental frequency. Fundamental frequency, that is a emission of sound, and then this is a series of these frequencies are in the ratio, we can treat 1:2:3. These are the frequency of harmonics. Series of such frequencies present in the present here, and these are the first is called as that is a fundamental note. That is called as a fundamental note. As these are having the ratio 1:2:3, that means all these fundamental, integral, multiple of fundamental note are called as harmonics. All these fundamental notes are said to be harmonics. Harmonics are nothing but the integral multiple of fundamental note. Fundamental frequency, integral multiple of fundamental frequency. Fundamental frequency, and except this fundamental note, those frequencies are present in the these are called as overtones, and these overtones, that means other which are present are called as overtones. And due to these harmonics and overtones, quality of music increases. Therefore, this is also one of the such series of tones gives the proper quality or quality of music, and so quality depends upon the number of harmonics present in the note. In that musical note, how much harmonics are present, and due to this we have this third quality, that is quality of timbre. See, loudness. One can all these three we may consider these are the characteristics of sound, but first two are the subjective one, and this is slightly objective one, because they are having specific frequencies of that unknown. So these are some of the characteristics of sound. Now, before conclusion, this sound section or this musical sound which gives pleasant sensation, that is called as a melody, which gives unpleasant sensation, which gives we call as a noise. Now there are characteristics, frequencies are there. We in our lab, physics lab, there are tuning forks are there. We that tuning forks generally we used to see on tuning fork part is written, that is a 512, 286. These are the frequencies of that tuning fork, and keep in mind that these are the tones of sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da. That means these are the characteristics frequency, and in our tuning fork also the same values are there. That means sa note can be played with the help of 512. Now when it is struck with the rubber pad, these prongs are going to be vibrated. If I struck very hardly, its amplitude increases, loudness also increases. And see, in terms of loudness, another thing that is we are going to study in our next standard also, that is a resonance. What is actually a resonance? Just we can study with a simple example. Resonance means such a condition in which natural frequency equal to forced frequency, and that condition is called as a resonance. See, playing of whistle also a simple example of that is a resonance. Playing of whistle. When we play whistle, we are making a vocal cavity and we blow air, and if resonance occurs, whistle. It whistles. That means, see, this is the characteristic frequency. Now, this is a very much important section of sound. There are lots of examples on the sound we need to consider.